Shalom, Most High in Christ bless. It's your brother soldier Azariah Judah of Fishers of Men, one in Christ, with another edition of CDCL, man. So today we're going over love the enemy of your own. You understand? So we're going to cover Matthew chapter 5 on what Christ meant when he said love your enemies. What enemies is he referring to? Is he referring to the same people that enslaved, raped, robbed, and destroyed you? Or is he referring to those of your nation that are your enemy? You know, because you can have enemies within your own nation of people. So we're gonna dive into it. We're gonna start at the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 43, reading from the KJV 1611 Bible. You ain't got one, get you one. KJV 1611. It says, "Ye have heard that it have been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy." So Christ is reading the law from Leviticus chapter 19. You know what I'm saying? This is what he is going back to. So we're going to go to Leviticus and we're going to read what he quoted from Leviticus 19. We're going to read verse 17. It says, Leviticus 19:17, "Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart." So we are not to hate our people in our heart, man. You can't hate your brother or your sister. That's against God's laws. It says, "Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him." So you show love to your people by showing them where they're going wrong in breaking God's laws. You know what I'm saying? You see a brother eating pork, which is against Leviticus 11, you ought to correct that brother, correct that sister, man. That's how you show your love towards your people. Not by being amongst them and you seeing a bunch of evil and not correcting it, man. You don't love your brother. You don't love your sister. We're going to read verse 18. It says, "Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people." Remember, this law was given to the children of Israel. So right here, the Lord is saying we shouldn't bear any grudge against the children of thy people. You understand? Thy people. The law was given to the Israelites. You understand? Remember that the laws of God was given to the Israelites. What Christ read or quoted in Matthew 5 was given to the children of Israel. It says, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. So we are to love our neighbors as ourselves. You understand? Whatever your brother, whatever you don't want done to you, don't do it to your brother. Don't steal from him. You don't want him stealing from you. You don't want him sleeping with your wife, so don't sleep with his wife. You understand? That's how we are to deal with one another as a people. You understand? This is what's missing in our community, is God's commandments. So watch part 2. We're going to dive deeper into it. All right? Shalom.